Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on September 17, 1:35 a.m. in Birmingham. And I keep getting some information, and whether it's something that it's during prayer. I don't hear anything. I simply have a thought during prayer, and I'll stop most of the time and write that down. And but these are the two, one last night and one tonight. And after I wrote them down, it kind of blew my mind what I have. And you may find it interesting too. The one that I got night before last was Israel and the UAE and Bahrain, and there's many other countries, over a dozen, signing up to start trading with Israel. And this will make Israel a wealthy nation over a short time. It depends on how many countries come. And think about that. Say Israel's got 7 countries, and they all brought $500 million apiece, maybe $2 billion apiece. But Israel will soon learn to depend on that trade, because it'll be the first trade that they'll have outside the United States. And point I'm getting at, what if things are humming right along, say a year from now, year and a half, and all of a sudden one of the biggest trade partners decides to pull out? Well, that's going to hurt Israel, and they're going to do all they can do to, hey, let's talk about this. Maybe we can sweeten a deal or something. Let's keep you in here. But the point is, the Bible says in the days of the Ezekiel 38 war, these armies that attack Israel will come after the riches, the plunder. They'll come to loot. And this is when God's anger is thrown up in his face. But back to where I was, Israel's got trade partners. They're happy going down the road. They're just doing well for Israel and just making money hand over fist, like every country should that has a trade with another country. All countries can benefit equally in a big way. But here's the punchline I want to get to. What if one of the countries leave? Not too bad. What if you have 2 or 3 leave? Then Israel's going to be rattled by that. What will fill that void? Just think about it a moment. If they have trade partners and they've had them for a year and a half, 2 years, and then some leave, what you'll find is the Antichrist will come in and, hey, look, I'll make a deal with you, Israel, and I'll go a step further. I'll make it last for 7 years. Nobody will leave in it 7 years. We will be with you. We'll sign a peace treaty. We'll sign one that lasts 7 years, and all these trade countries will stay with you. That's opening the door to the Ezekiel 38 war. Because the Antichrist is there involved with the peace treaty. And it's not going to the middle ways of the tribulation. No, it's at the beginning of it. Here's the other. Remember when Jesus cast the demons out of a man, and he said, "Who are you?" And the demon said, "My name is Legion. There are many of us." And Jesus said, "Get out of that man." And boy, the demons got out. Then the demon said to Jesus, have you come to punish us before our time? They acknowledged that Jesus is who he is, the Son of God. And Jesus did not respond, not that I know of. But they said, can we go into those pigs? And he gave them permission. Well, all the pigs ran over the bluff and killed themselves. I believe they went into water. All right, think about that. Have you come to punish us before our time? Now, let's you and I look at what's happening in the United States today, and it's bleeding over in other parts of the world. Riots, massive, ugly, building burning, cop killing, anybody kill riot that defaces property, that destroys businesses, shut down entire city blocks. Well, my question is, have you guys, Antifa, have you come before your time? And the point is, if they say, well, they're not going to be able to answer it. But if they say yes, well then, when you come, it's the Antichrist that's going to cause what you're doing today to hurt. Well, they're before their time because the Antichrist is not there. When he comes, they'll come with him. But I see the Antifa, BLM, and all these others, the silent ones, they're here before their time. And that means they'll be kicked out. They will be. As Jesus kicked the demons out of that man, then our president will be completely enabled to do what he needs to do to stop all this foolishness in our country. And he's going to do it. And as I said before, Donald Trump will win when he's sworn in January 20th. Next day, January 21st, expect him to put on a different face. Expect him to no longer be the nice guy. I believe that heads will roll. I believe that all this foolishness will end instantly. He'll do that. And I believe he'll be backed 100% by God in doing so. They're here before their time. When the church is raptured, that's their time. Antichrist will come in and authorize them to do those things. So that is their time, not now. It's time to kick them out. Jody Wolf Expoz.